Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, then welcome. And thank you to everyone who has commented, liked, or subscribed. And please feel free anytime to comment on anything that you would like about your reading because I love reading the comments. Okay, so today's pick a card reading is Who Has a Crush on You? In front of me, I have 5 different options, each with a different stone. So observe each of these numbers and stones and choose the one that really calls out to you. If you need more time, you can pause the video now. And if you know which one you want, you can go to the timestamp down below. Okay, let's get started. Group number 1. Okay, who has a crush on you? Okay, so I shuffled your guys' cards a few times and the same 2 people kept flying out. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. These 2 wanted to come out strongly. All right, so let's take a look at who they are. Okay, so your 2 people that came out are these 2, and they're both portrayed as possible fire signs, but they don't have to be. In fact, what I'm getting even more than fire signs is that these people are very passionate people in general and very lively, and just like when you're in their presence you feel like you come alive, and just there's this excitement and newness and like just yeah, like I see why you would be so drawn to them naturally. Okay, so this person I get more of an X energies, and this person I get that they are somebody who is currently in your life that you have known. So we'll start with this one. Okay, so this person is somebody who they're definitely trying to build their life up right now, and they don't currently feel like they're on top. Okay, so with the Emperor reversed, I'm getting the impression that this person in general has a lot going on in life currently, and they just feel like kind of overburdened, kind of 10 of Wands feeling. Like they just have a lot of responsibilities right now, and they could really use a break. But, you know, with this 10 of Diamonds here, they're still doing what they can right now to like make things happen. So they might have a lot of demands at work, or if they're in school right now, you know, they have probably a lot of deadlines to meet, and just like, or finals, just, or both, like work, school, just there's a lot going on. And it's kind of like, you know, with the Magician here, like they want to be, you know, at their best right now while going through life and doing all this stuff, but they're just like kind of putting on a face right now, you know, like they're showing up and they're working the magic, so to speak, but they're just not in a place currently, though. Almost like, it's interesting that they popped up. I actually feel like love's like one of the last things on their mind, but yet it's not. So even in the midst of all this stuff going on, it's like, and maybe it's with, you know, depending on where you're at and like the holidays coming up, it's kind of like all of a sudden relationships are on their mind strongly in the midst of all this going on, and you're what pops up in their mind about this. Okay, so to go into further with their situation, so right now their life currently kind of feels like they're, you know, walking through a labyrinth right now, okay? So it's like they kind of feel a little bit confused. Like I said, not on top of their game completely, but they're still moving forward. Okay, so they're trying to maneuver through the confusion. And the other thing is, so with the 3 of Cups here, I get the impression that this person, you do consider them to be a friend. And I'm actually, like, what I feel about as far as you 2 go is that there are feelings and attraction between you 2 already. It's just that I feel like the timing's kind of been off as far as you 2 being on the same page. So I feel like one of you has like, you know, been kind of drawn to the other at a time where either maybe they were in a relationship, or one of you just like really did see the other as strictly a friend. And then like, I feel like it kind of flip-flopped. And then all of a sudden the other saw, you know, you as more than a friend, or you saw them as more of a friend. And now it's like you're like, again, like you both, because you haven't been on the same page with this, is kind of like nobody knows like what to do. Yeah, so it's kind of this interesting dance you have with this person. And I feel like, so once they start becoming this emperor, which is honestly, I feel like how this person sees themselves. So you know what? They could be a fire sign. And I'm getting more the feel of like Aries and possible Leo for this group in particular, for this person. So once they do start to feel like more of the emperor that they view themselves, okay, so like completely, you know, back in their element, feeling calm, collected, and confident, and just like, you know, just then I feel like they are going to approach you. I see them coming forward. And I do feel like you will hear from this person, and you'll not just hear from this person, okay? It won't just be like as a friend as you're used to, but like you will like hear something from this person, like them confessing more of their feelings for you. Okay, group number 1, this is interesting. Okay, now let's take a look at the second person. So because the second person showed up as a Jack, I do get the impression that this person is either younger than you or maybe just less mature than you. And like I said, I do get the impression too that this person is also an ex. Often when I in particular see Knight of Air, Knight of Swords, like it is definite ex energy in the reading, and as well as the other card you're about to see. So this person, I feel like, okay, so I feel like they walked away from this connection. It could have been due to you cutting them off. Something happened, they walked away. And what's interesting is they say they feel shut out from your life, even though I'm literally getting the picture of them walking away, though it may not have been what they wanted, but I do feel like it was because of them. And then they say that they're not ready to open their heart yet. Okay. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, I do feel like, you know, they're working on themselves currently. So it's like they definitely have this strong connection with you still, no matter what's happened, and even though they feel shut out from your life, and yet they're not ready to open their heart. And I do see them working on themselves. I also see with the Two of Pentacles, them even debating on contacting or approaching you. And then with this card, okay, so they're in definite hermit mode. So like I said, they're building themselves back up. They aren't ready to open their hearts. And yeah, the Five of Pentacles came up again. So it does say, you know, while they're building themselves up, they really do feel like disconnected and shut out from you. And I do feel like that, you know, I see like with this card, they're looking back on the past. They're missing you like a lot. And I feel like it kind of just re-hurts them again. Like they go through this period where it's kind of like they know, you know, like they got to heal and work on themselves. But at the same time, they just feel super disconnected from you. And I feel like that no matter what, no matter how much they try to move forward, like they just feel like, oh, but I was never as happy as when I was with you. And yeah, I just feel like they're just hurt all over again. So it's kind of like, it's interesting because it's almost like, I feel like they don't know. This person, this is where the Two of Pentacles comes in, okay? I feel like they don't know. Do I heal and move on, or do I heal and try again with you? Okay. And because they showed up as the person crushing on you, like I said, like, it's like their happiest memories were when they were with you. And okay, so along with the Knight of Air, though, I do feel like they are also that their personality is very kind of like, you know, like fun and spontaneous, and like they're just like, they're those people that are quick with their words, and like they just, conversation flows with this person. So, you know, they definitely have the fire of the liveliness, but also with their words and conversation. And I feel like there was never, like, it was just fun to be with this person. Like, I can tell, you know. Oh, and the other thing that shows up for this person. Okay, so with this card, this is very similar to like the Six of Wands, like being in the spotlight. I feel like, you know, part of the reason that you and this person might have ended was, I actually feel like they might have been more kind of like hooked to their phone and what attention they were getting. And yeah, like, I feel like they were a little too concerned with things that didn't really matter, like image-wise. And once this ended, it was like, you know, all this hurt just hit them about, oh my gosh, like they realized what mattered. And so along with them, like working on themselves, their message to you is to be patient with them. And they do want a brand new start, clean slate with you. Okay, group number one. So between this person who has always been, you know, a friend to you and in your life, who possibly does have a more mature attitude, you know, showing up as a king here. And then this person who is like an ex, who might be more mature, might be more into image than the other person, and just, yeah, I do feel like, you know, they're working on themselves. They are currently in a definite healing mode, but you guys, it looks like you have two main energies that are crushing on you. So group number one, this is what I see for you. Let me know in the comments, like, what you make of these people. And yeah, if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number two. Okay, so who has a crush on you? Okay, so this person is currently not really seeing things through the best perspective right now, okay? And I feel like just kind of like this sadness coming from them. And I do get the impression that this is somebody from your past, or you were involved with this person. But at the same time, with the Two of Cups that come up right after it, I also feel like they do have this optimism, though. Like, things could end up happening between you two again. And these messages go right along with that. So they say, I'm healing, and I still have hope for us. Be patient with me. And I'm going through a rough time. Okay, so that goes right along with the Four of Cups. Yes, like they are currently going through a rough time. They are trying to heal. And at the same time, they do have hope for you, like, in them, to reconnect. But right now, they know they gotta go through it, you know what I mean? And like, their main message is to be patient. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups reversed here, I feel like they definitely tried to move on while healing, but to no avail. Like, they can't let go of this connection no matter what they do. And I do feel like, you know, with this card next, they feel like if they end up getting, like, as soon as they start to feel better, I feel like they're gonna get the courage to make a move towards you. And then we have the King of Fire that came out, so I feel like this person at their best feels like the King of Fire. And they view you as the Empress. So basically, nobody comes close to comparing to you. And I feel like, you know, they have compared others to you, and they're just like, no, you know, they're not you. So they think, yeah, you know, tried to move on, couldn't move on. Like, so once they start to feel more like themselves again, they are going to get up the courage to make a move towards you, because you are the empress to them. You are totally attractive and all around amazing. And I feel like, yeah, like you two at your best was the best to them. And then along with that, so with this card, like, they are definitely trying to build themselves up and be like the best version of themselves, I'm feeling. And then with this card, they are also wanting to grow with you and do what it takes to make it work. This is interesting. I actually have Taurus came up twice. So it is possible, you know, they could be a Taurus, you could be a Taurus, you both could be a Taurus. And if not, then, you know, they have this Taurus-like trait to them. And as far as that goes, like whether they're a Taurus or not, I do feel like they are like a Taurus in the sense of when their mind is made up, they're going to do something, no matter, even if it takes, you know, what others might consider to be forever. Like, no, they're going to put in the work. They're going to do things right. And yeah, so I feel like that's in regards to building themselves up. And like I said, getting to that place where they feel like their best self. And then they're going to approach you again. The other interesting thing that came through for this person is that there is this sense that, I almost wanted to say escape, but not exactly escape. It's more like this person has dreamt of like, oh man, you know, if they could just like take you to this, you know, like vacation, like some kind of exotic vacation, and like just almost like they want everything, every problem from the past just to go away. And I feel like they feel like if they could do that by taking you on a vacation, they would. But then again, another part of them, you know, and it's that Taurus like nature that's down to earth, that groundedness knows that no, you know, that's just like wishful thinking and totally daydreaming. You know, you got to be somewhat practical and know that it takes work. Like, you got to really like roll up the sleeves and start digging if you want that garden. You know, you can't just dream about it. You can't just go on vacation. It's like if you want something to work, you've got to put in the work. And they know that, and that's what keeps them level-headed, so they don't get lost and caught up in dreaming. But I do feel like, though, this person in particular, especially if they're kind of like big into spending, big into gifts, kind of like I'm getting this sense for some of you, this person is going to be like really into the grand gestures. So it may not even surprise you to hear that this might even be, depending on your person, this is a general reading, if they are into grand gestures and big gifts, that your ex might end up wanting to, when they finally get the courage and feel like themselves to come forward, want to take you on some kind of vacation as a way to rekindle, you know, the romance between you two. And like I said, I feel like they think like that could magically help to get you guys past whatever, the past basically. So they might still do that, depending on your person. It all depends on your person. But do know, though, that they do know that they have to put in the work to make this work. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you. Let me know, like, what do you make of this? Would you end up taking them back? And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, bye guys! Hey, group number 3. Okay, who has a crush on you? Okay, so your guys' cards were really interesting. Okay, I've never seen anything quite like it. Alright, let's get right to it. So the impression that I'm getting with this person is that this is a new person. Okay, and their main message is, will you choose me? And that they want a chance with you. Okay, so they've kind of got a lot of different energy going on with them. Okay, so on one hand, they're showing up as the King of Hearts, which is like the King of Cups. So definitely a matureness that maybe you're not as familiar with as, you know, people from the past. And yet, even though they're a more solid person and more mature in ways, they're also being portrayed as the Page of Wands, so they definitely have this like playful, childlike, adventurous nature to them that is very spontaneous and lively. Okay, so before I get into judgment, I'm going to show you the other cards which go along with that awesomely. Okay, so with the Ten of Cups reversed like this, and then transformation showed up next to it, I'm getting the impression that this person went through some kind of radical shift, okay? So it's almost like something happened in their life which caused like all this chaos and havoc, and like just internally, it's almost like they kind of hit rock bottom with something. And then I feel like they went through this radical transformation where they became like spiritual and they're really mindful, you know, and they're like just kind of like going through this awakening process, I feel, especially with judgment and transformation here. Okay, there has been a radical shift with this person. And, you know, even if nothing happened in their life, it's almost like they possibly could have just went through it like miserable and seeing things through not the best perspective, okay? And either way, whether something happened or it didn't, that is exactly what I'm picking up on for this person. Like the word miserable is coming through, so I feel like they were basically miserable until this transformation happened. And now I'm getting the impression that they're seeing things through a new light, and they are, you know, they don't have to be a water sign. They could literally just be coming from love now. You know, love and light. Like literally, I get the Zen feel to them, like really calm presence and just like this secureness and peace that you don't feel from other people. Okay, so you got this spiritually woke person who is crushing on you. That's exciting. Like if you're into that, that's awesome. Okay, so the other interesting thing that I'm getting is that run came up. So I feel like that goes right along with their life prior to their transformation. Is kind of like, you know, when things went wrong or didn't go their way or like life became tough, they would run from situations, which isn't really dealing with anything at all, which would just keep them in this miserable state. And now, since the transformation, oh, yeah, you guys can't really see that, but yeah, my run card came up. Now, though, since the transformation, it's kind of like, with this card and this card, I'm just getting this sense that they are, like, of service. Like, you know, they serve people in some kind of way, in some kind of selfless way, with whatever inspires them, whatever comes to them to do. This person now is all about service to others. And the other thing I'm getting is that this person is seeing things through a completely new light, a new filter, a new perspective, okay? They're seeing life through the eyes of love, basically. And yeah. And as far as, okay, so before I show you the others, now what's interesting is they view you guys like the Queen of Spades or the Queen of Swords. So they feel like, even if you're a guy watching, just flip this, okay? So this, if you're wondering about women, the king represents the woman. And then if you're, this would be you. But either way, just, you know, interpret it to how it fits you. So they view you as the Queen of Swords. So you are intelligent, sharp, and you speak your mind, okay? And they love that. They know that you're true to yourself, like no matter what. And at the same time, they know that, you know, I feel like you guys kind of keep people at a distance. Okay, I feel like you are to the point where So much so that you don't want to like take anything from anyone, that you kind of sometimes have a hard time letting people in. And that's actually what I'm getting with the 5 of air here, is that you might end up overlooking this connection entirely if you are still like in that kind of protective mode where you don't really give anyone a chance, especially if they don't fit what you think you want, which, you know. So this might take being a bit more open-minded, because I'm also getting the impression that this person might not fit your usual, like your usual of what you're drawn to. But I do feel like that if you were open-minded as far as this person goes, that this connection would take you by surprise. Okay. I feel like, because it would be completely like from the heart and more mature than what you're used to, and just basically like real. It would be a real connection. Especially with this card, whenever I see this, it tells me, yes, this person would be in this for the right reasons and they would be good to you. This would be such a good, like, complementary relationship. And with this card, I feel like, you know, this person, they would gift you with something. And it's just, honestly, it's like a symbol of how this person operates, because they come from love. It's kind of like this person, also along with this card, I'm also getting the impression, you know, with them coming from such a love and light nature, they give freely, okay? They're also a very freeing person. You know how like other people in the world, when they get in a relationship, it's like, oh, I own you, you know, and I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that. Like they're more controlling and it's out of fear. This person is more from a freeing, loving nature, and they give freely, and that's also what the gift card represents. And it's like, it's definitely not something that you would be used to. So again, like I'm getting the impression you would have to be open-minded as far as this connection goes, but I feel like you guys would be taken by such surprise though, like in such a good way, that you would be glad you did. I'm also getting the impression that even if the initial attraction wasn't there, if you were open enough to it, I feel like it would grow with time. Also getting that impression with the 7 of Pentacles. So like it may not be immediate, but that it would come if you were open-minded with this whole idea. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you. Let me know in the comments if you know someone like this and if you would give them a shot or not. And also, if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, bye guys! Hey, group number 4. Okay, so who has a crush on you? Alright, so right away when I looked at your guys' cards, I got the impression that this is an ex of yours. And I'm not sure if you guys like just went through a breakup or what, but they are definitely kind of like grieving right now. And I don't get the impression that this is just about you guys. I feel like life in general right now is kind of rough for them. And they're just trying to make it right now, you know, just like one day, one step at a time. But next to that card, they do say that they feel heartbroken. So I would not be surprised if you guys did just break up with this person. Unless, of course, this is an ex of yours that what happened to be with somebody else and they just broke up. But either way, this person is feeling heartbroken. And if it's been a while for you guys since you broke up and weren't with anyone new, then it's life. Okay, so, and they also say that they have fears that they need to deal with right now. So yeah, this person is going through it, you know what I mean? And like, they're just, like I said, they're trying to do the best they can. So it's not just about you guys, but like I said, life in general. And then with the 10 of Swords reversed like this, I feel like, you know, I feel like this person kind of feels betrayed right now. That could be in regards to you guys, but that also could, again, be in regards to life. I feel like they definitely feel like they were blindsided by something and got the rug pulled out from under them. That's just the feeling that I get. And their energy currently is defensive. So, yeah. But with the star next to it, they are feeling, you know, optimistic and hopeful about getting past all this. So it's like no matter how intense this hurt feels for them currently, they do know, you know, somewhere that it's temporary and it's not going to last forever and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And they also feel optimistic about you guys still. Either way, whether this was a new breakup or not, they're coming through as the person who is crushing on you. So, yeah. But on top of that, they also have the Two of Swords, so they're not sure really which way to go with even entertaining the idea of going back to you right now. And a lot of that is because of all this hurt they're feeling as well as fears. So they're kind of at a standstill right now, and I would not be surprised also if you guys weren't currently in communication. And with the Page of Fire, I'm getting the impression that they're actually kind of like, when they have a moment of where they are feeling really like, kind of like momentarily, you know, out of their hurt and they feel optimistic, they imagine like a passionate reunion with you. Like when they allow themselves the daydream about what could be, I feel like that is what their mind comes up with, and they get kind of like that star energy of like, wow, maybe anything is possible, maybe a miracle could happen, and you two would get back together and everything would be right in the world. I'm also seeing with this that they view you guys as the Queen of Air, so whether you're a guy or girl watching this, okay, so you guys are intelligent, you speak your truth, you don't put up with anything, and yeah, like, and they're attracted to you. But I'm also kind of getting the impression with the fire and the air here, almost with the fire and the ice, because that's actually what's coming through when I look at these two cards, is they view you right now as being kind of cold and icy and distant currently. That's just how they're viewing it through their hurt. So it's not saying that you are that, but, and you know, like I said, they're kind of in a defensive energy right now. So yes, even though they're crushing on you, it's like they also kind of view you though as like if they were to approach you currently, like in this exact moment of time, they think you might be kind of icy and like just kind of like cut them off, not hear what they have to say. But again, like I said, with the star here, they are optimistic that once they start healing and feeling better, that basically like the ice will thaw off and you'll be more warm and approachable then too. That's how they're viewing that. They also are represented here by the King of Swords, so yeah, it's possible that they're an air sign, but they don't have to be. Either way, I feel like this is a very intelligent person themselves and logical and observant. I feel like this person is very observant, okay? So maybe there's something you posted even that is giving them the impression of you being kind of icy. And you could just be like, okay, so if we're not together, you know, I'm going to do my thing and live my best life. And they could be interpreting that as you being icy, like if there's no hint of you missing them or something like that. It's kind of the impression I'm getting. But yeah. And then with the Strength card here, like they are trying. They're trying to heal, they're trying to deal, and they're trying to become strong again. And okay, so we also have one of their messages to you is don't give up on this connection. So again, like no matter what they're going through, this person still has high hopes for you two, and they have not let go of this connection. No matter how they're feeling, no matter how they're acting, no matter how they might be currently viewing you, they still have high hopes for this. And when I see this, in particular for this reading, this card tells me that this person's doing some serious shadow work. Okay, so I feel like this breakup and all this hurt kind of brought up like a world of hurt for them. So not only are they feeling heartbroken, but it's like all these like ancient kind of fears are popping up for them. Okay, so it's not been a picnic for this person. They are like feeling pretty out of their element lately. So I feel like they're grieving, they're dealing with fear, they're just, like I said, their current state of mind is what can I do to get myself better? What can I do to heal? What can I do to deal? And the other thing that's coming through for this person is there's something significant about work. So maybe some of you work with this person, or you met at work, or they are diving into work. It could be as a way to deal, or it could just be that work is taking up this person's time on top of them going through all of this. Okay, group number 4, this is what I see for you. Let me know in the comments. Would you take this person back? I'm curious. And if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, bye guys. Hey, group number 5. Okay, so who has a crush on you? Okay, so this is interesting, group number 5. Alright, so as I look at your guys' cards, the impression that I'm getting with this is that, okay, so for some of you, you guys were involved with this person, or they are an ex, and for others of you, they're not, okay? So you consider them to be a friend, even if it's somebody on social media and you guys were just talking. Okay, and I feel like they did something. And they kind of ruined things between you guys. And now they want to come back and show you like they've changed. Why am I laughing? Because I feel it, like this person, I feel like they did something kind of silly. And that's the reason that things didn't go right. But okay, let's take a deeper look into this connection. So they say that they're currently not talking to you because they don't want to be rejected and that they don't want to fight with you. Okay, so I feel like you guys, just hearing that, like you told this person off, okay? You put them in their place. You were not going to put up with this, whatever it was. I feel like okay, so even though I'm like saying silly, it's almost like they thought it was silly. And they said or did something, and to you it meant a lot, okay? And that's when you weren't going to have it. And I feel that, like, you put this person in their place. But, okay, so at the same time, though, they say, I love the connection I had with you. So whatever you guys had, even if it was short-lived, and for some of you, this wasn't. This was definitely somebody you were more involved with. I feel like either way, they, like, love the connection with you. And I feel like if they had known you were going to react that way, they would have never said or did whatever it was. And I feel like, they're kind of like coming back slowly as the Page of Pentacles, kind of reading into the situation and kind of like trying to go off clues and signs and cues, like trying to gauge you basically before contacting you. Like, does this person miss me? Is there any hint of anything about me and anything that they post? Stuff like that. So yeah, this just confirms you cut this person off, you weren't holding back at all. So yeah. And okay, and then with the Page of Water, this one in particular, I'm getting, so they're definitely coming back with some kind of apology, I feel. And on top of that, I actually feel like this person does want a commitment with you. So whether or not you had one in the past, it doesn't matter. This is like the new energy that they're coming back with. Yeah, especially with the Six of Pentacles here and the Page of Pentacles. This person is like, they're coming back and they want to like show you the changed them and like how sorry they are, basically. Whether or not they actually say that. I mean, I did say they're coming back with an apology, so so I do see that. And yeah, I feel like, with the High Priestess here, this will be revealed soon. Like right now, this person is laying low, but it's going to happen. In fact, this song that's coming through to my head about all this is the Justin Bieber song where he says, is it too late to say sorry? 'Cause I know that I let you down. Okay, yeah. That's definitely the energy that this person has in regards to you guys. And yeah, okay, so we definitely see that you cut them off. And okay, so Sagittarius came through twice, so it's possible they're a Sagittarius or you're a Sagittarius, or you guys have it in your chart, or you guys just act like it, okay? So you know, you guys are fun, lively people with this free-spirited nature who like adventure and to travel, okay? So I feel like, again, like you two at your best, you were you were doing great, and then I do feel like there was just some kind of a mess up, and now this person is coming back trying to say sorry. Okay, so with this card, they definitely don't know though what they would be coming back to. Like, they don't know if you're gonna be kind of like defensive and fighting with them or what. And I feel like, you know, that's kind of like why they're laying low right now, and maybe you're hearing from them here and there, but I feel like it's kind of platonic friend talk, and just like they're playing it safe right now. And with the page energy, it's kind of like, well, not the page energy, more like the pentacle energy up here. It's kind of like after that tower moment for them where they messed up, it's like they're taking it slow and again, like trying to read into the situation, like what are they walking in on or into if they come back to approach you. And it's like they really do want to come back as this light-hearted, playful, fun self that they were when they were with you. You know, those Sagittarius vibes. And like they want to come back with some kind of creative, clever apology, as well as like they want that commitment with you. So like I said, it will be revealed, but when is kind of, well, like I said, they want to see if they like, get any sign from you or not about this. But I do see, though, that you two are going to reunite, and how that goes is really, like, up to you, in a sense. Alright, group number 5, this is what I see for you. Let me know in the comments, would you get back together with this person or not? And yeah, let me know what you make of this. Alright, and if this resonated, don't forget to give it a like. Alright, bye guys!